Of people still trapped inside their homes waiting for help. And now that help is coming from all over the country. This as new images come in of the devastation this morning. Our team right there in the storm zone with the latest on the storm's path and the threat still to come.
Also this morning, plea deal. Paul Manafort, Donald Trump's former campaign manager, agreeing to cooperate with special counsel Robert Mueller.
He's accepted responsibility.
What it could mean for the president.
And search for answers. The exploding homes in Massachusetts, up to 80 structures destroyed. The governor declares a state of emergency. One person killed, what the gas company is saying this morning, and the second potential catastrophe avoided.
Live from ABC News in New York, this is Good Morning America.
Hey, good morning. Paul is off. Very happy, though, to have Adrian Bankert and Whit Johnson on set this morning on a very busy morning. We also have Sam Champion and Ron Claiborne, so the whole crew is here, and let's get right to it. It's breaking news. It's Tropical Storm Florence on a cruel crawl through the Carolinas, setting up shop and dumping historic amounts of rain.
And dramatic images coming in overnight. Look at all the weather, the water that is building up in Goldsboro, North Carolina. The winds from Florence starting to die down this morning, but the flooding emergency still growing across the region.
And right now, Florence is very slowly moving over the Carolinas, just drenching North and South Carolina as those floodwaters keep rising across the region.
Here's what we know right now. At least 7 people have been killed in this storm, including a mother and her infant, who died, sadly, when a massive tree crashed onto their home.
And those storm force winds also wreaking havoc on power lines across the region. Nearly 1 million customers without power in the Carolinas this morning.
And Florence has already dumped nearly 2 feet of rain in some areas, a near record with much more on the way.
We are covering every angle this morning. Our extreme weather team spread out all over the storm zone. And we begin with Ginger, who's right there in Wilmington, North Carolina. Ginger, just to put a fine point on this, Florence may be a tropical storm right now, but the danger is far from over.
It is far from over, Dan, because of this. It's still raining. 24 hours after landfall, the storm's only 100 miles from where it began. That is really slow movement. And people here waking up not just without power, but with damage like this. I mean, this giant tree is one of 3 on this street alone in the historic district of Wilmington where you can't get to the damage because it's too dangerous yet. We're in a flash flood emergency. We are one of 7 counties, and I'll take you to the maps to show you exactly what's happening here. Those feeder bands, those tropical moisture bands that are kind of feeding around the tropical storm won't stop, and they are barely moving. So let's put on the flash flood warnings just so people understand how far west the watches go. Asheville and Spartanburg, all the way up into western Virginia, have to watch out because with this slow crawl, it'll eventually get to you, and it's going to have plenty of moisture yet to go. So let's put on what we call the HER. It's a short-term model. 12 hours. It looks like it didn't move. That was not a static image. That was actually 12 hours from now, so that'll go through tonight. And this is the most important graphic you'll see all morning, additional rainfall. There's already been nearly 24 inches of rain reported just northeast of where I'm standing. They could see close to another foot, really close to here, and even back to Fayetteville. Again, 6 to 10 inches there. And then eventually this thing will move and go into western South Carolina, and by the end of the weekend, the start of the week, it'll make its track up. It'll get kicked out of the Northeast by Tuesday. But before we do that, I have to tell you, I think we're going to end up having the wettest tropical storm or tropical system that the state of North Carolina has ever had. We're about a 1/4 inch away from breaking that record right now.
Wow, thank you so much, Ginger. Stay safe out there. And as we've seen with Ginger, the devastation covering miles and miles of North Carolina, from toppled trees to submerged streets.
And ABC's Amy Robach is also in Wilmington with more on the damage and the rescues. Amy, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you, Whit. And yes, the devastation is everywhere you look. You can see behind me, this used to be a gas station. We got out and about as soon as the wind subsided, and everywhere we looked, we saw downed trees, flooded streets, and still we have flooding going on all around us. We also saw homes destroyed. Rescuers, as you might imagine, were out for the past 24 hours trying to save as many people as possible. And unfortunately, in one case, they made a devastating discovery.
Got her? Yep.
Overnight, a massive rescue operation underway to find those still who may be trapped along the Carolina coast.
Never seen this kind of damage here.
As torrential rains continue to take aim at North Carolina, flash flood emergencies remain in effect with another 10 inches of rain possible this morning. Record rainfall expected to bring catastrophic flooding. Risky water rescues by heroes braving the elements. Hundreds rescued from rushing waters. Hundreds still feared this morning to be trapped in their homes. Rescuers going door to door. This morning, new images of the devastation. Trees littering the roads, dropped on top of home after home. Numerous cars crushed beneath trees.
Here it goes!
And this new video capturing the moment saturated ground gives way, sending this enormous tree falling. This car dealership having part of its roof ripped off, crushing an entire row of cars. Florence came ashore as a Category 1, turning deadly as the monster storm tore into the coast, bringing winds reaching 90 miles per hour.
It was really horrible. It sounded like the screeching sound of plywood being pried off of an old nail.
This storm chaser trying to measure the wind speeds, barely able to keep his footing.
Trying to get out, we got thrown into trailers, we got thrown into mailboxes, houses, trees.
The blinding rain forcing police cars off the road to wait it out as the eye of the storm blew through Wilmington. At least 7 people have died from the storm.
The storm is wreaking havoc on our state.
Firefighters desperately trying to save those trapped inside. Sadly, the life of a mother and an infant taken.
We're saddened today to announce the first fatalities of this storm here in Wilmington.
Firefighters taking a moment in prayer, paying respect to those they were unable to save. As Florence took aim, you couldn't tell the rivers from the roads. Storm surge 10 feet in some places, nearly covering homes. Transformers exploding.
Oh my gosh.
One after another as Florence struck. Residents across the Carolinas are hoping and praying that Florence's floodwaters won't destroy what they have worked so hard to rebuild after Hurricane Matthew striking just 2 years ago.
There you go. From right here where my mailbox, my mother's mailbox is there, it is at least 2 feet deep.
You know, I've covered hurricanes for the past 2 decades, and every time after the storm is over, the next day, it's usually beautiful weather. That is not the case with Hurricane Florence. You can see it is still raining, and Ginger talked about those rainfall totals, nearly 2 feet already in some places. We're expecting at least another 6 to 10 inches here in Wilmington, North Carolina. When we have high tide, those two combining, not good news for people who are trying to escape floodwaters, guys.
And you put your finger on the exact problem, Amy Robach. Thank you. Earlier, I spoke with David Cotton, who's the county executive of Onslow County, North Carolina. It's one of the hardest hit regions, and they are dealing with a flash flood emergency right now. Sir, thank you for joining us in what is, I would imagine, an extremely hectic time. Let me ask you first, can you give us a sense of how things are looking right now in your county?
Unfortunately, they are deteriorating. Overnight, we received significant rainfall, and that has led to countywide flooding. So we are experiencing just pockets within Onslow County, which is roughly 900 square miles, and we're actively deploying our swiftwater rescue crews. We've had 20 home rescues. We've had 3 stranded vehicles, and it's that pace and tempo is only picking up.
And I'm seeing numbers here. You can tell me if these numbers are up to date. That there may be 200 to 300 additional people who require rescue services right now.
That number is accurate. Yes.
So how do you manage? I mean, are you going to be able to reach these folks with the teams that you have available?
That's what we're working on right now. Fortunately, we have Camp Lejeune with 40,000 Marines in our community, and they are serving as a tremendous partner. They are deploying assets on our behalf, amphibious vehicles. We have the Coast Guard currently coming with a helicopter. So we're not going to stop until we reach all of these folks and get them to a safe shelter.
You know, it sounds like, and I'm relieved to hear this, that you have tremendous resources available to you, but I would imagine, if I'm putting myself in your shoes, that it would make you a little bit frantic to know there are potentially hundreds of people out there who need rescues, and you're just waiting around to see if you can get to them.
Right now, we are actively in the process of rescuing those that we can reach, and we have a plan to reach the rest. We are in communication, thankfully. We do have phones, and folks are able to communicate with us. The most life-threatening, of course, are the ones that we are going to first.
We have lived through, both of us, I would assume, many, many major storms. And every time there are those people who simply refuse to heed the warnings and will not leave. Why do you think that is?
Honestly, I'm not sure. More than likely, it's maybe a mindset of we've been through this before. We know what to expect. We will, shelter in place. And the flooding with this one was the real concern. That is why we issued a mandatory evacuation.
You're in the middle of an extremely busy and life or death situation, so we really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, and we wish you the absolute best of luck going forward.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. David Cotton weighing in, and Sam was listening to the interview and pointed out that one reason why a lot of people don't leave is because they can't afford to leave. So this is a very tricky issue and an emotional one.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying the people of North Carolina and South Carolina, hardy people, they're tenacious. And so hopefully everybody gets out when they need to get out. But just in terms of waiting this out, they have to be very patient, and our hopes are with them.
Absolutely. Let's go to another hot spot now. It's New Bern, North Carolina, about 50 miles inland from the Barrier Islands.
And hundreds of people have been rescued there after a storm surge that reached 10 feet. Many more still waiting to be rescued. ABC's Gio Benitez is in nearby Greenville with more. Good morning, Gio.
Adrian and Dan, good morning to you. We are on the Tar River here in North Carolina, one of the many rivers flooding this morning. And take a look behind me. That's a pier, and it's just underwater right now. But as you say, New Bern seeing some of the worst flooding, and right now this morning, rescues are still underway. This morning, the coastal city of New Bern, North Carolina, finding itself underwater following a 10-foot storm surge.
It's hard not knowing that I'm going to have a house to go home to.
Ceilings caving in, windows blown out, leaving residents looking for help. The National Guard and FEMA teams assisting city officials with rescue efforts, but the conditions posing a serious challenge, leaving over 7,000 without power.
This has been an undaunting task for our city officials. With the resources we had, we got them out there. We are calling for more resources.
Jackie Mallard is one of those still trapped.
It's pretty dire right now. The streets are almost like you need gondolas to get through. Even my neighborhood, which is not a neighborhood that's in any type of flood zone.
Volunteers taking it upon themselves to assist in the rescue efforts, including out-of-towners like the Cajun Navy in Louisiana. And this task force made up of members of the FDNY and NYPD, going door to door to help, navigating dangerous currents to get to those who are trapped.
When you can help your fellow man, when you can get out there and do what you're trained to do, that's a great thing.
These volunteer rescuers not letting a roadblock stop them from getting a boat to the streets of New Bern, doing all they can to help. Why is it so important for you to help these people?
I would hope they would do it for me. I mean, somebody needs to do it, so we're going to try it. Yeah, people really coming together to help each other in times of need. Now, in New Bern specifically, we haven't heard of anyone being hurt in these storms, and perhaps that's because of all those rescuers rushing right in to help. Adrian and Whit.
All right, thank you so much, Gio. We appreciate it. Again, speaking to the resiliency of people there. Flooding concerns, of course, the big story today and will be for many days to come.
And people all along Florence's path dealing with rising water and the increasing flood threat. ABC's Eva Pilgrim has more from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, guys. We're standing right here in front of the Cape Fear River. This is one of the rivers that they are watching. We're already starting to see some voluntary evacuations put in place in these low-lying areas that they're concerned about. On our way here, we stopped in Lumberton, and they are sandbagging, and they're in a race against time trying to shore up this low point there, trying to delay the water and the flooding that could potentially happen. Authorities there are putting out a call, an emergency call for help, asking for volunteers to come sandbag to help build up that wall to slow down the river. You have to remember that a lot of these areas that we are watching right now are areas that are still, at this point, recovering from flooding that happened back in 2016 after Hurricane Matthew. And here they are again, now once again waiting and watching as the rain continues to fall in these areas. And the tricky part here is that this kind of flooding often is delayed a bit. Even after the storm has completely moved out, authorities are warning people, they are reminding people that these rivers can still swell for days. Guys.
You're just getting pounded out there, Eva. Thank you so much for your reporting. Get somewhere dry as soon as you can. Thank you.
And just an agonizing wait for all those people still hoping to be rescued in the hours ahead. In the meantime, at popular Myrtle Beach, they are feeling Florence's effects, expecting things to get worse.
And as we've been saying all morning, it's all about the flooding. ABC's Tom Yamas right there with more. Tom, good morning to you.
Dan and Wick, good morning to you guys. As you can see, we are still very much in it. Florence is still pounding South Carolina. It may only be a tropical storm, but the wind is still howling, and this endless rain refuses to fall. Let me show you the ocean over here. This is the Atlantic Ocean, part of where Florence came in, and what they're worried about right now is a storm surge that should happen this afternoon. They're forecasting it to be anywhere from 2 to 4 feet, and it's these water events that they're really worried about. We talked a lot about the amusement parks over here throughout the week and whether they would withstand the roller coasters, the Ferris wheels. All of that seems to be okay. There's not a lot of structural damage in Myrtle Beach. Little, if anything at all. We've seen a couple awnings ripped off, but nothing very serious. What they're worried about, as you mentioned earlier, Dan, is the water, because it's a 36-hour event, endless rain. There are 5 rivers to the west of where I'm at right now. They all meet in the same area, an area called Georgetown, and they could all peak at record levels. That's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but it may happen later on in the week. Those big flood rescues, that's happening in North Carolina. We're not at that level right now in South Carolina because it's sort of a death by 1,000 cuts over here. All of this endless rain, it refuses to stop, but we're going to stay on top of it in the days to come. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thank you so much, Tom. Again, get dry, get somewhere where you can have shelter there. The impacts of this storm, of course, it's going to be like a domino effect. Days and days of this water. For more on where Florence is headed, let's turn now to Sam Champion.
Hey, good morning, everybody. The takeaway from what you guys have just been watching this morning is all the live shots we have in North Carolina and South Carolina, and look at how bad the weather is. Remember, this system made landfall exactly 24 hours ago, and we still have all this bad weather. So when you look at the radar, it's just streaming and streaming that rain. Look where the center of circulation is. It has finally drifted into South Carolina. But look at that rain band that's still going over Wilmington, Jacksonville. These are the areas in the live shots where there's been so much flooding, so much damage. We actually have a tornado watch. So picture yourself standing in floodwater surrounding your home and your town, and the next thing you're worried about is a tornado popping down in the area. That's exactly what's going on during the day today. Then we'll show you where the track of this storm goes, and I've got to say, good morning, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, even into Vermont, New Hampshire. This storm will have something for you. It will have rain for you, and because the cold front that's dropping in, that moisture, it still won't be a tropical storm when it gets there, but it'll be carrying moisture. That moisture will be enhanced by that cold front, which means we could be some flooding rain in all of those directions. We'll tell you where the real troubles are today and tomorrow, but it's still North Carolina, South Carolina. That's the weather around the nation. Here's what you can expect this morning.
Hello and good morning, Washington. Continued easterly flow across the region, meaning more clouds and sun and a few scattered showers. Temperatures today in the upper 70s, more of the same on your Sunday. Now looking ahead to early next week, we will expect the remnants of Florence to bring the potential for some heavier rainfall as we get into Monday and Tuesday. Think the chances for that will be Monday morning and afternoon. Better chances by Tuesday afternoon as well. Temperatures in the lower 80s. Finally, some lower humidity, more sunshine, mild air as we get into Wednesday.
It's going to seem like we're talking about this for days and days, but the river crest in these areas will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, well after the storms departed.
Yeah, and Ginger mentioned it's being somewhat historic in terms of how wet this system is, right?
Definitely, and it will become the wettest system in North Carolina.
Wow. Sam, you know, for many months, I like to pick on you on the For many years, I like to pick on you on the
Yeah, I was going to say months then.
But on a morning like this, when things are really serious, it's great to have a ringer in the house.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Speaking of ringers, we want to go over to Ron now, because obviously when you're doing rescues in a situation like this, the emphasis is on humans, but there are a lot of pets that need saving as well, and you've been looking at that.
Yeah, Dan,